Metro councilors are considering putting a measure before voters that would tax high-income earners to pay for homeless services. Now, Metro could decide this Friday if it will go on the primary election ballot in May. It is a 1% tax on individuals making more than $125,000 a year or couples who make $250,000 or more. As supporters say, this tax is long overdue to solve the ongoing homeless crisis. As for some opponents, they want to see more oversight or an alternative to the current tax proposal.
Yeah, and one of the groups now voicing concerns about this measure is the Portland Business Alliance. We're joined by President and CEO Andrew Hoan to talk about what PBA is proposing instead. Good morning.
Good morning.
We appreciate you coming in.
It's great to be here.
To talk about this.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
This has been a huge conversation for Portland for years now. So what exactly are your concerns with the current plan that Metro is considering?
Sure. So I think it's really important everyone knows this. One, this is a preeminent issue of our region. It is truly the most important concern of voters, and the business community shares that concern. And unequivocally, everyone should know that this proposal here together, which is currently before Metro, is the right solution. It is the right response to our homelessness crisis. It involves wraparound services for those who are living on our streets, chemical addiction, mental health, all the things that we know as a community are necessary. So there is zero disagreement on this being the right solution, a regional solution to our homelessness crisis, and we support it. What we are concerned about is the way that we would pay for it. And also to note, we actually agree with the dollar figure. It's a big dollar figure. It's $250 million. The business community supports that. What we are proposing is alternatively to an income tax, is what would be known as a regional payroll tax. And we are concerned about an income tax because, well, frankly, we are already paying very high income taxes. This would be the third income tax for this region. So right now there is no regional income tax. So we'd be looking at a third income tax for this region. That's a lot to put onto one kind of revenue mechanism. We have our concerns about that.
Now, how would a payroll tax be a better alternative? Wouldn't that affect more people?
Actually, precisely correctly. The payroll tax would be a vastly larger group of individuals that would be paying for this. So a more resilient and progressive mechanism to be able to solve this crisis and not place it on just a few households who are frankly highly mobile. And the fact of the matter is, Washington has no income tax. So it's very easy for a highly mobile group of individuals to make decisions to be elsewhere when there is a clear alternative literally 15 minutes up the highway here, depending on traffic, which we just heard the report on.
Right, which can vary from day to day. I think, you know, I think the big issue here too, though, is that Metro has, in considering all these options, said they believe that this income tax is one of the most popular options, and if they're putting this before voters, if this is something that needs to be done, why not go with the thing that is more likely to go through?
There was no question that this is going to be one of our challenging aspects of this conversation about how do we pay for this? And a popularity metrics shouldn't be the sole decision guiding process to determine how we tax ourselves. And while a new regional income tax might be more popular, it may not be the right solution. So what we need to do is come to consensus around what is both viable with voters, no question, we need this to pass. What is both viable with voters and also the best solution to make sure that this is a resilient measure in the long run. It's really important that folks know in good economic times, an income tax is great. It produces a lot of revenue. It goes well beyond projections. But in bad economic times, it craters, it absolutely tanks. So the moment when we would need a homelessness services revenue the most is when we would have the least money.
Are there any other options besides a tax?
Absolutely. So the other aspect of this is the affordability crisis in our region. So going beyond what you see on the streets every single day, half of our region's renters are known as cost burden. It means they are paying nearly half of their income to rent. That is unacceptable. And what we need to be doing is diving deep into what are driving those ridiculous prices. How do we combat the affordability issues in our region for renters who really are feeling the pain points and shouldn't. At a point in time when incomes are rising overall, there is no reason that half of your monthly check should be going to rent. So we need to get deep into that solution space and provide relief for renters in our region so that we can all thrive and enjoy this incredible area.
Yeah, no easy answers here, but certainly a conversation that has been going on for quite some time and will continue. Andrew, we appreciate you shedding some light on it for us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks for coming in.